So it's early fall here. We're in our orchard and we have bought a couple of fruit trees to plant. So we're going to be doing that today. Fall is a good time to be planting fruit trees here before it gets too cold. Gives them some time to get their roots established and get lots of moisture from the fall rain. So today we are planting a cherry tree. This one is called a Van cherry. It's a dark cherry. We only have Rainier cherries right now, so that'll be nice. We're gonna plant that right beside a little apple tree over here. And then we also have an apricot tree here. And we don't have any apricots yet, so that will be nice. And we got these fruit trees on sale, which was good as well. I think they were about 30% off. So today what we're gonna do is, first of all, we're gonna be digging a hole for the fruit trees, and then we'll be adding some nutrients to the soil to help those roots get established. Okay, so we're digging our hole here. Typically you want to try and get a hole that's about twice as wide as your root ball and not super deep, because we don't want that the base of the tree to be planted super deep. So this one here, we just need to make a little bit wider, and then we're gonna be able to stick that root ball in there. Okay, so now that our hole is ready for the tree, I'm going to add some nutrients. So I'm going to be adding bone meal, which is a very good source of phosphorus, and that will help to establish the roots of the tree. I'm also going to add a organic 444 granular fertilizer. So just a small amount, probably about a quarter cup of each. I'm going to sprinkle into the hole. That's just going to give some nutrients to get that root system going over the fall and winter. All right, and now we're ready to get that root ball out of the pot. Okay, so the hole's prepared. We're just going to remove the tree from the pot. We've already loosened it up, so we've got those roots out. And you can always just massage the bottom of the roots or around the root ball just to loosen it up a bit. You can see that the roots are on the very bottom. You just want to, it's not too much to loosen up there. It's probably okay.
It's pretty
That's
solid.
probably fine. It's pretty solid. It'll be fine, I think. Just put it in like that. Okay, so basically when you plant this, and we're just going to fill it up with the soil that we've got. We don't want to go any higher than this level with the soil, really. You don't want to cover the base of the trunk at all with soil. So we're going to try and keep it at the same level that the pot was. So before you get it settled into place, you just want to make sure that it's standing straight up and that it's not tilted side to side or anything like that. This one looks good, and we filled it the hole now with all of the dirt that we had removed, and the level is looking pretty good. So what you could do now is you could put some mulch on top of this. So you could mulch this with compost or chicken manure, any kind of manure, or even just some dried leaves, anything just to keep that soil protected over the winter time. So I'll probably be adding mulch at a later time, but for today, that tree's done. And we're gonna move on to the next tree. Looks pretty good. So we're moving on to plant this apricot tree. We've decided to plant it in between a plum and a peach tree here. We've got the room, so in between the middle of these two trees, we're just going to dig a hole here, twice as wide as our root ball, just as deep, and again we will fill it with nutrients, and then cover it back up. So we've dug out the hole for this apricot tree. Just wanted to show you that in our area here on Vancouver Island, we have a lot of charcoal and ash in our soil here because we are basically on an old forestry site where they probably logged, they probably had burn piles, and this land here was cleared before the homes were built around here as well. So the soil has a lot of charcoal and ash in it already, which is awesome for plants. That also provides phosphorus, but I'm still going to add the bone meal and the 444 fertilizer into this hole now too. All right, so I'm going to get about a 1/4 cup bone meal, and then about a 1/4 cup of my 444 fertilizer. Okay, and our hole is ready for the tree. So we've got to get the tree out of this pot. It's pretty well in there and the roots are pretty solid. So that's a nice big root ball there. So you want to orient your tree however you want it in the hole. So whichever way you want those branches facing. So you can see how compact those roots are from being in that pot. But there's not too much we can do, I think, to get them spread out. They're pretty tight in there. So I think we're okay just to set it in there. And now we're gonna just want to straighten it out. This is nice soil up here compared to my garden area where it used to be a gravel road. Lots of nutrients in this soil here. Alright, so the tree is in there now. It's pretty straight up and down. We've made sure that we haven't buried the tree roots too deep. You can see the root flare here is level with the ground. That's how you want it. And then Chris is just building up a bit of a well to capture that rainwater. Make sure it stays in the well. But yeah, we'll probably throw some mulch on here too before winter. And now this tree is ready to get established, get some roots going. And then while it's dormant in the fall, the next thing will be to give it a pruning. Thanks for watching.